Hello everyone, this is the first battle between Nightgale playing as the Seleucids versus Gio D playing as the Pergamese. Now Nightgale has 5 Silver Shield pikemen. These pikemen are superior and better in every way compared to the Pergamese pikemen. However, Nightgale has deployed himself unconventionally. He has two of these Silver Shield pikemen on each side and a single pike unit here in the center. He has 4 units of these Diadochi swordsmen. They have free ammunition and they are a little bit superior to the Pergamese version. 4 regular Diadochi spears, good for supporting cavalry again and good for flank protection. And as cavalry, the Nightgale has his light Diadochi cavalry, he has his Indian elephants, very hard to kill. 1 archer, 1 slinger. That is his army. He's deployed unconventionally with Silver Shield pikemen in the flanks. And he could have went into this Silver Shield pikemen here in the center, and that would have been the traditional way to fight. He would have won this. However, because Pergamon has available to have better spears than what his supporting infantry would be, he has turned the tables and made it so that his Silver Shield pikemen are now going to fight the support infantry of the Pergamese, whilst his own lighter infantry can simply keep their distance from the pikemen, rendering these expensive pikemen useless. Or so he hopes. Now, Pergamon has 5 Pergamese pikemen, 4 of these elite Diadochi spears. These elite Diadochi spears have disciplined traits. They have a bit more armor than a regular peltast, but they're 200 men instead of 300. A little bit better stats, but the price is 500 more for these elite Diadochi spears. He has his Diadochi swordsmen behind pike line. They're safe from cavalry, and he can deploy his Diadochi swordsmen when he sees a tempting target. He can move to the side and then shoot at whatever he wants to kill. His primary targets should be the Silver Shield pikemen, and then the elephant or cavalry with the Scorpio, that is. He has a Scorpio, so this will zone out cavalry for the Seleucids. However, let's start the battle. The Pergamese have light Tarentine cavalry. These are melee cavalry that are very fast and intercept enemy cavalry or chase down slower cavalry. He has 2 Pergamese light hoplites, and these are here to support the cavalry in a fight. That's the Pergamese army. The biggest danger for the Pergamon is going to be these Indian elephants, as Pergamon does not have missile troops to deal with it. He has to rely on javelins. If these javelins are thrown at something else, then he has less to deal with the elephants. Then he has to actually get these spears into a fight with the elephants. Having these spears on the front line is going to be risky. The Oxybelis is now shooting. They are probably at fire at will. And he is shooting the Diadochi swordsman. Still a little bit. Now he's starting to hit the Silver Shield pikemen. This is his only target, because Nightgale is actually keeping his distance with his cavalry. Nightgale knows what the Scorpio can do. So he's shooting up this Silver Shield pikeman. Now the Diadochi swordsmen are moving up here. They do have 4 speeds, so it would be an exchange of javelins perhaps. These pikemen are now moving up. But the Silver Shield pikeman here is in an excellent position to attack these elite Diadochi spears. These Diadochi swords should hit these Silver Shield pike units. Both of them should be firing, and 2 of these Diadochi swordsmen should maneuver to either go to this side or this side and hit the other one. Then if he had been able to weaken up both of these Silver Shield pikemen, it would have opened an opportunity for Gio D. Now, Nightgale is defensive on this side here. These two swordsmen are regrouping, and that's a good sign. What Gio D should be firing is this pike unit, this one right here. Gio is however retreating with this pike unit, but he needs to have reinforcements to deal with this supporting infantry, because now they could just flank these spear units. He must pin it down with other troops. And here this Silver Shield pikeman has a good advantage here. Doesn't look like it. This elite Tyreosi has actually killed quite a few. Let's see what he does here. His Tyreosi spears are going to the flank. Gio D is retreating these elite Tyreosi, and this is a good move. Gio D is retreating with his pikemen here. He knows this is vulnerable here. What Gio could have done here is to move this elite light hoplite to here. But there's a gap here that can also be exploited by Nightgale. He can charge a sword unit to the flank of these Pergamese. So he's trying to avoid this Silver Shield pikeman. He's doing a good damage here on them. These Pergamese pikemen could turn inwards or to the side, and even now they can't charge them, but they could turn a little bit more to the side right here. The Indian elephants are coming in here, and they're avoiding the spear unit. This spear unit is now committed against this Tyreosi swords. He cannot pull away because the Tyreosi swords are 4 speed. He will lose soldiers if he tries to pull away. This Tyreosi spear got committed against the Silver Shield pikemen of the Seleucids, but there's more troops coming in. Now this spear unit is trying to charge the flank of this pike unit, but this just means they will get a rear charge themselves. They were healthy fighting, but now they're steady. These men need to turn around, because the Indian elephants are here. The Indian elephants are scaring the Pergamese infantry. The Oxybelis are trying to shoot the elephants, but that is not going to work. These Oxybelis should be turning to face this Tyreosi cavalry. He needs to kill off the mobility of the Seleucids. These elite Tyreosi spears got routed. Nobody wants to get hit. Both have elite pikemen in the rear and in front of you. Now these Silver Shield pikemen are fighting off phalanx because they actually have quite a bit of armor, and the Tyreosi swordsmen of the Pergamese don't really have armor piercing ability, so they have a hard time countering armor targets. Missile troops of the Seleucids are targeting the Pergamese general. If the Pergamese general dies, most of the troops of the Pergamese will run. The Indian elephants are just going to keep moving. These Tyreosi swordsmen are hurling their javelins and are hitting these light hoplites very badly and are now killing them. This unit is going to die badly. Gio D knows that he's going to lose this side. He's retreating to trying to keep his force consolidated. The Seleucid Tyreosi swordsmen are now running towards these Oxybelis. Charge! Now this is bad for Gio, because this Oxybelis kept the Seleucid general off from the fight. Not anymore. Nightgale do still have his elephants, so it didn't really affect the battle, but now Nightgale can actually activate his general. These Tyreosi spears are catching up to this companion cavalry. This companion cavalry is being hit by the missiles from the flank. It happens to be the unshielded side of their they are dropping. Nightgale pull away one of his light cavalry units, and he hurled a javelin on this unit and charged this unit. And now this general has to stay in the fight here, because if he tries to run away, the general will lose all his men very quickly to this lighter cavalry, because he's simply slower than what this cavalry is. And there's spear support here for the Seleucids. Gio D is keep throwing in more and more troops against these Indian elephants. He needs to kill them. However, most of these soldiers are just not going to be fighting, because they're all bunched up here. The Pergamese pikemen are trying to block off the enemy. You're not allowed to box up, so that's why Gio is deployed the way he is, so the enemy can still flank. But as you can see, Nightgale has quite a big reserves. This elite curiosity spears and this cavalry unit must return back to the battle. These curiosity spears are trying to run down the elephants, but they're just running straight into some curiosity spears. Now they're locked in combat here. They cannot run away. Well, they can technically run away, but they're demoralized. He can't run with both units. He needs to run away one of them, and he's doing just that, keeping one unit here in the flank. This helps him a little bit. This silver shield pikeman is wavering. He needs to turn inwards towards this direction with this pike unit, but it's too late. This Diadochi spear needs to chase down this elephant unit. The Seleucid general is on a bloodlust. He can also form a diamond formation here. He will pop a scare probably here. Diamond formation here, then all of a sudden he gets 8 speed and are able to catch these lighter cavalry. The silver shields got broken, but they're not shattered, and apparently Seleucids still have missile troops. These elephants are going into this pike line. The elite Diadochi spears are now just being held in place by all these Diadochi swordsmen. This pike unit is facing this silver shield pikeman, but these silver shield players, Pergamese, are actually winning this little fight here. These silver shield pikemen have been fighting and losing health to missile fire. However, these Diadochi swordsmen still have javelins and are wreaking havoc upon this pike unit, and these are going to rout. The cavalry are hitting these elite Diadochi in the flank. There isn't much that Pergamon can do now. These Diadochi spears are now committed against these Pergamese pikemen, but the Pergamese pikemen are going to rout. The Pergamese army is going to rout due to army losses. Good game to both players here. Good plan by Gio D. Like conventionally, it would have been pike on pike. You would have better spears. You could these men could have taken the precursor fire better, and then you can maybe use your own light, the light javelins from these men here to get an advantage. Route a couple of supporting infantry, and then you would be able to free up the spearmen to fight cavalry, and you had Oxybellis already to zone out cavalry. The biggest challenge for the Pergamese were the elephants, and it was also unexpected that the silver shield pikemen would be deployed on the flanks. The only real would be had been able to, and he managed to do it very well with these 2 units of the Diadochi swordsmen. He managed to weaken up the silver shield pikemen on one flank, but it was just not enough to turn the tide. And once these elite Diadochi spears got committed, he could not turn them to face the elephants that were coming in. So that's a bit unfortunate. Now, well, the elephants cannot be damaged by the Scorpio. That's another lesson there. Yeah, unconventional tactics from an unconventional player there. Well done, Nightgale. He has won 2 tournaments before in the Caesars Forum. So we will see how he will do. Now let's just look here at the custom battles here. I did take a look here and it didn't really seem like these elite Jerusi spears were worth the money. They were simply too many, too costly for what they could do. It would have been better to have 2 thorax spearmen here. Why? Because they can form a hollow square here. They can also form a defensive formation. It would have given you a lot more armor, the ability to form a square if surrounded, so you do not have to commit even more troops. You still have these Jerusi spears to fight. You still have the thorax swordsman or Jerusi swordsman able to hurl at the Jerusi, the silver shield pikemen on the flank, on the unshielded side. You had Oxybelles to hit the enemy cavalry. It would have always been tricky to fight the elephants of the Seleucids, but if you could kind of knock out the supporting or those troops that are superior to you, it could have helped you quite a lot. However, the Tarentine cavalry was very quick, very fast. Yeah, I think this like for just what is it 275 more denarii more and you can get this unit. It's definitely more worth it. You get a lot more armor, you can form a defensive formation, you can form a square. They're disciplined also, and it frees you can still have these Jerusi spears. Those light hoplites, whilst fast, they are not very well armored. They have no precursors. So yeah, it is better to have the Jerusi spears overall. This will also be giving a good shield for your pikes, the flanks. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the battles. Like, these both players demonstrated an ability to, they both targeted the unshielded side. The Jerusi swordsman did manage to damage up the sides of the silver shield pikemen and did a lot of damage. Because of the price, like the silver shield pikemen are 1,500. It is a very costly unit compared to a 760 unit, and they still lost a lot of men to it. So don't look at the price. Like, they have 3 javelins. It doesn't really matter who throws it. It's going to do a lot of damage. So well done to Nightgale for winning this first battle. Let's see how the other battles are. Thank you for watching. Bye.